Kill him.
My turn.
How you doing, guys? BBird here again with my first roulette battle against Ben0199 from YouTube. Let's see how I go. I actually got some pretty good pokes this time, but he got this really awesome lead, which was his Ambipom, and I started with my Celebi. This is actually a Subseeder Celebi, so it wasn't the best lead, but it was pretty much all I had at the time. And I switched to Tyranitar predicting the fake out, because it was the only thing I had that could resist it, or take it well enough. So he did that nicely, but I was kind of afraid of the U-turn, so I switch out again, and pretty much again to the only other switch out I had, which was my Mega, and he taunts me, which isn't so bad, I mean it just means I can't protect, but whatever, not too worried about that. So instead I decide to just attack, but he gets me with a double hit, and actually, Mega is actually a beast, taking a Technician double hit is pretty good for a sweeper. But it doesn't quite knock him out. But I get the speed boost, which means I'm faster than it now, so he's not going to be a problem. This is actually the first time I use the Mega. It actually has hidden power, and I have no idea what type it is, so this is a good time for me to sort of figure it out. So the taunt wears off, which really doesn't matter because at this point I already have the speed boost, so it makes no difference to me. He brings out his Eradicate. And I know it's going to protect, but there's not a whole lot I can do. So I decided to just attack on the off chance that he predicts that I'm not going to, try and do anything. So he gets the burn, which activates his Guts, which means, not so good for me. But I decided to protect him just to scout it out, and it turns out he was going to use Sucker Punch, so it was a good thing I protected. But my main aim was really just to wear it down, just in case a Bug Buzz wasn't going to KO it. But seeing the Sucker Punch made me want to switch. I just didn't feel like losing my Mega this early, seeing it was just one of the best sweepers I had. So I went to Tyranitar, and I thought, well, Facade and Sucker Punch aren't going to do anything to it. But he has U-turn as well, and I had no idea. As you know from my last video, I'm just no good at underused. So I took the U-turn, and I survived, which is okay. And I got a Dragon Dance up. And he brings out his Flygon, and he told me it was banded on Instant Messenger. And I thought, nah, there's no way it's going to be banned, it's going to be Scarfed. Because that's the only reason he would have brought it in. But I thought, I might as well go for it anyway, just in case. Because there wasn't a whole lot else I could go to. And if anything, he was going to Earthquake. If he U-turns, I'll get an attack, and if he Earthquakes, I'll bring out Celebi, and it's going to be stuck on that, so I'll get a free, Sub or a Leech Seed or something anyway. But he goes to Survivor. And another poker that I'm not really all that familiar with, and it's also Scarfed. And I sort of saw it coming, but at the same time it was the same problem, I was still going to bring in Celebi, and I was still going to get a free switch. So he switches out, I get my Sub, which means that there's nothing that his Eradicate can do to me, even U-turn is only going to break the Sub. And as it turns out, I was fairly U-turn weak this match, but what can you do? So he uses Facade to break the Sub. And I was actually going to Baton Pass, because I thought maybe he was going to protect. So it wasn't the smartest move in retrospect. I probably could have done that a lot better. But I went to my Regice, and I was actually lucky to get it in this roulette. I wasn't expecting to get it, and wow, great to see it again. So he goes for the Facade, thinking it was going to take me out. And he doesn't actually know, but as you know, my Regice is full HP, full defense, so it takes these physical attacks like a beast. And I knock it out with Ice Beam. So he's thinking about what to bring in. And at this point, I'm in an okay position. I know that my Regice is going to take pretty much anything. And I thought, that's okay, Regice can take this, so use Rest, and he'll just sort of sleep off whatever damage he takes. But he gets a crit. And not so good for me. That was probably one of the big things. He sort of sustained that with the stab, it would have taken it out anyway, but it really wouldn't have, especially with the Scarf. And you see it now, he tries to Poison Jab again, And my Snorlax actually has no defense EVs at all, and just I think it's full HP, and it did what 100 between 100 and 200, so it wasn't going to take out Regice. But anyway, so we decided just for fun that I would try and do something, you know, kind of hilarious here. I used Thunder Punch just to like get some damage in to see what he had, and I turned out I got the Power Hacks, and I thought, oh okay, I can have some fun with this. You know, it's just a roulette battle. Who actually takes these seriously? And this is actually my belly-drawn Snorlax. This is for Trick Room teams. The idea is just to switch it in off something, like maybe with a sub pass or something, and get a belly drum off, and then just start sweeping with Trick Room up. But because it's roulette, I don't have Trick Room. But I thought, you know what? I think it'd be really hilarious to try and do it anyway. So instead of, you know, Thunder Punching and trying to wear him down or something, I decided just to go for it. As it turns out, I got lucky. I got so lucky with the Power Hacks, and I managed to pull it off. And I was pissing myself, and he was just like, I hate you, man. I hate you so much. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But he brings out Flygon, and there wasn't much I could do. He was pretty much Death Botter anyway. So he dies to Earthquake. But the good thing is, since it's stuck on Earthquake, I've got pretty much all my pros can switch in for a free switch. And I decided, yeah, Mega was probably the best way to go because it gets an automatic speed boost. And I decided to try the Hidden Power. And as it turns out, it's Ice. So on one hand, it's good because now I know, and it means I can, you know, use it in other battles and later on in this one. But on the other hand, it's bad because he switched out, predicting it. Well, not really predicting it, he didn't have any other choice. It's his last poke. But, you know. So, I went for the Bug Buzz this time, and I got the defense drop, which, you know, didn't really matter at all. But he used Waterfall, since it didn't take him out, and that was the end of that. But, on the plus side, I bring in my Azelf, which is faster and can easily take it out. But I know that it's bad because his Flygon is Scarf, which means he can potentially take out both of my remaining pokes. And now that he's on his last poke, U-turn is super effective against both of them. So he can U-turn, and because he's on his last poke, he doesn't have to switch. So if they KO, it's bad. But luckily, as Zelf hangs on, I get the explosion off, and it ends the match. So it was pretty epic. That was a good match. I look forward to the rematch, and I'm going to try and get some more roulettes up. See you later, guys.